Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. It is Friday. Good morning. How are we doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
Somebody went with his camouflage today, but he cannot hide from me. I can still see you.
You know what I should have done? I should have brought my ice out today in honor of old Trae Ice Trae. Ice Trae.
Are you on that bandwagon?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's driving a new bandwagon.
Not surprised.
Somebody's bandwagon is about to get run off the road right here, right now.
Yeah.
I would go.
In the State Farm last night, did it?
Yeah, you've been waiting to do that. We have a great Friday show for you today. Do Skip and Shannon have any issue with Joel Embiid calling himself the best player in the world? And is the Patriots dynasty on the verge of crumbling? We will go there, but first, let's start with Trae Young, who dropped a career-high 50 points in the Hawks' 129-124 win over the Heat last night. Young went 8 of 15 from 3 and scored 20 points in the fourth quarter to seal the comeback win for Atlanta. This comes a few months after Young prematurely celebrated against the Heat in December before blowing a late lead, something Jimmy Butler did troll him for at the time. So, Shannon, how impressed were you with Trae Young last night?
I was very impressed. And Skip, he's been flirting with 50 for a long time. He had 49, 48, 47 on the 45. So you knew it was just a matter of time that he was going to hit that magic number 50. And Skip, these weren't meaningless points. These were not empty calories. I hate empty calories.
I know.
Man, if you work that hard, eat something nutritious. Eat something that's fulfilling. Because I know a guy that feasted on empty calories and got nothing to show for it. Skip, it's not your turn. It's not your turn.
Wait, are we talking about football or basketball?
What are we talking about?
All I said is I know a guy got a lot of empty calories.
Really? Wait, is it the same guy that yesterday you fought for to get $40 million a year named Dak Prescott? Is that the guy you're talking about, empty calories? Somebody's speaking out of the other side of his mouth on Friday.
I'm talking about my guy Ice Trae down in State Farm Center, State Farm building last night. Skip, he hit shots. And when a guy, look, when these guys get it going, Skip, there's nothing you can do. They're running picks for him at half court. He's taking 2 steps and letting 35, 40-footers go, and he's swishing nothing but net.
Can't do anything.
Man, he had Iggy. Ooh, Skip, you see what he did to Iggy? He gave Jimmy Butler some of that. Dragic, you want some of it? Everybody can get it. And they needed everything. I thought Miami was up like 5 with 2 minutes to go, and I thought it's over now. And then he steps up and boom. Skip, he's a superstar. He's on the cusp of being he's a star. So let me take that back. He's on the cusp of being a superstar. I liked him more than you did. You didn't really love him. I mean, I don't know why you don't like. You normally like all things Oklahoma.
I'm writing.
Yeah, you do. I'm glad you did.
I got to get this one. But you just made a great statement. I can't wait to talk about it.
And the thing was, when I liked him come out of college, Skip, because he led the nation in scoring, and when obviously you lead the nation in scoring, you're taking a lot of shots. But he also led the nation in assists.
He did.
Which means he is he's selfish and unselfish at the same time. I know it's oxymoronic, but how can somebody be selfish and selfless at the same time? But that's what he was. That's what he was.
That's a good description.
And Skip, dude is 30-9 in his second season. And you know, Skip, they're gonna play the Mavericks, I think, either tonight or tomorrow night. And Luka. And Skip, you know, these guys are always going to be compared to each other because they will flop for each other. I believe Trae works better in Atlanta than Luka would have worked in Atlanta. And I think we understand why, Skip, because you saw the game, you see it's electric. And he's electric. He's dynamic with the handles. He's got people on skates, and he's pulling up from 35, 40 feet away. And
would you take Trae over Luka right now?
In Atlanta, yes.
In anywhere?
In Atlanta, yes.
If you had a choice right now, you'd take Trae or Luka.
That's not the question, Skip. Why you won't get a man his credit?
All right. Well, I'm just asking.
You don't want his
I want to make sure what your position is before I launch.
My position is, I told you Trae Young was going to be good in the NBA. You didn't like him because you didn't believe he can get his shot off. I said, with those handles, if Steph Curry can get his shot off, this kid can get his shot off. And he can, and he has. And I believe he's going to get better. Now, look, they're nowhere close to playoff contention. They're going to, look, Steph Curry didn't make the playoff for his first 4 years. I'm not saying he's going to be Steph Curry, but I'm just saying you get some more pieces around him, I think they have the potential. Because the East, the East is getting better, and so they're going to have to get pieces around him, Skip. But I love what I saw. I believe he is a star. He can be a superstar. It's just going to take a little time, and I'm here for it. I'm going to be watching.
You ready? I do like that. Just keep doing it. Okay.
Yeah, Skip.
You ready, Skip?
I am ready.
Go ahead.
I am taking Luka in Atlanta. I'm taking him in Marietta, Georgia. I'm taking him in what's your hometown? Glenview?
Glenville.
Glenville. I'll take him in Glenville, Georgia. Glenville. Name another one. Savannah.
Like Savannah.
You know, wherever. Athens. I'll take Luka all over Georgia.
Brunswick.
Yes, thank you. All over Georgia. All over your little man, Trae. And to my credit, I deserve some credit for this because you always accuse me of having zero objectivity when it comes to the University of Oklahoma. I was born and raised in Oklahoma City, a huge, crazy University of Oklahoma football and basketball fan. And yet I watched every dribble that this kid took at the University of Oklahoma, and I just said, he's going to be a blast to watch in the NBA, but I don't think he can be the driving force of a playoff caliber contending team. And so far, I've been right because his team, even though they've had a little uptick lately, they still have the third worst record in all of basketball and the second worst record in the Eastern Conference. And they're sitting at 16-41, and that's including an improbable, shocking comeback win last night against the playoff-bound Miami Heat.
But they play hard.
Okay, they play hard, they're coached well, and again, if you want to talk box office, you got me, because on box office, I'll take Trae over Luka any day or night, just on sheer box office, because the way they play him and the way they market him, they make him as big a marquee player as there is this side of your man LeBron James, because he's must-see TV.
Right.
When he's on, I'm going to say, well, I'm going to keep an eye on this game. Even if LeBron is playing, I'm keeping an eye on what he's doing.
Because, Skip, think about it. Matt Ryan was the MVP. Matt Ryan is never going to be more popular in Atlanta than Michael Vick.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
So that's what I'm saying when I say
this
Trae.
is bordering on Michael Vick. It's starting to challenge Michael Vick. Okay,
look at 2 Chainz, Quavo, all those guys, entertainers, T.I., Luda. They're going to be there. They're going to watch it.
Offset.
Yes.
We had our man Offset on at the Super Bowl.
He loved Trae.
Okay. I'm going to say it one more time, and this is exactly what I said before the draft and what I continue to say now. As exciting as he is to watch, he's still too little and too slight and too much of a defensive liability to ever lead and lift a team into playoff contention unless you tell me that Steph and Clay and Draymond and KD are all going to Atlanta.
Well, he can't get them, Skip, but maybe he can get pieces around him.
Maybe, because the greatest gift that he has is not his ability to shoot it, it's his ability to pass it. He is up there with he's got the gift. And I told you, coming out of University of Oklahoma, that if he will focus on that, he can really help a team win. But he doesn't focus on that because they are marketing him as Michael Vick reborn, right?
Yeah.
So he has to he's become the greatest sideshow in the NBA. Sideshow, because it's 16-41. There's not a sniff of playoff contention going on here. So now we look at the bigger picture of what's actually happened. You said 30-9. That's pretty great. 30 is way up there. 9 is what, 4th in the NBA in assists. LeBron is leading in assists. But now let's look a little harder. He leads the NBA in turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
He's a turnover machine because he's going to try anything at any moment. And he also leads the NBA in fourth quarter turnovers. So last night he scores, 20 in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Well, he can go off, and I think that's his fourth 20-point fourth quarter. So he can just erupt on you in the fourth quarter. This little man can erupt.
Yes.
But in the meantime, he might be throwing it to you a number of times.
He got a little my homeboy in him. He might try anything, anywhere.
Okay. And on his three-point shooting, look, he's not Steph Curry. Let's stop that, because Steph has an actual jump shot where he will go up and shoot it at its apex, where it's kind of hard to stop. I agree with you. If he's hot, which is hit and miss, like it's hot and cold.
But lately he's been more hot
okay,
than cold.
Okay, when he's hot and he's coming off a pick at 40 feet from the basket, he's shooting set shots. They're feet on the floor, push shots, okay? But he has like this rare natural strength to get the ball to,
right.
Because trust me, I know this. It's hard to even get the ball to the basket just push shotting,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But when he's on, he can really be on because it's hard to stop because you have to play his dribble too because he's pretty quick.
He can get by you.
And if he gets in the lane,
9 attempts a night, Skip.
Okay, so the 9 he's 9.5. You could round up to 10 attempts a night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So that's fourth most in the NBA in three-point attempts. But he ranks 76th of 150 qualified three-point shooters in three-point shooting percentage. He's at 37, which is not bad, but it's right in the middle of the pack. So he's not a dead eye here.
No,
we don't have Steph Curry going.
But here's the thing. The distance in which he's shooting these threes from, Skip, they're not your customary, 22 feet in the corner and 23-9 at the top of the key. Skip, he's shooting the ball from 28,
I'll give you this.
30.
In distance made,
yes,
he's got to be at the top. I didn't look this
Skip,
up.
you remember, look, there was once upon a time in the NBA, only Pistol Pete Maravich, rest his soul, had that kind of range. You got 10, 15 guys now, Skip, on Dame Lillard. He got the nickname Logo Lillard. You got Steph, you got KD, you got Trae Young that can let the ball go from 35, 40, and it looks like a normal shot. Skip,
Okay.
he's been small all his life. And you look at it, it's like he's pushing it. But because he's been so small, he's built up so much strength in that little compact motion that it's effortless for him.
Okay, but it's not a jump shot because he's not a leaper.
No.
He doesn't have